Hello everyone, I'm Professor Harper and I'll be your teacher for this online version of Journalism, Ethics, and Law. This is what is known as an asynchronous class, which means that we don't have weekly meetings. I will post a variety of things, discussion questions, videos, that type of thing. And the idea is that you respond to those. If you run into any problems, you can always contact me at charper@temple.edu, charper@temple.edu. The important thing in an asynchronous class is that you need to keep up with the work. It's really easy to fall behind. So if you run into any problems, any things that I should know about, please tell me as soon as possible. So let's take a look at the syllabus. So in looking at Canvas, which we will be using for this class, there are a variety of things that you need to be aware of. Announcements, I will post announcements which you should be able to access fairly easily about what's going on in the class, give you an idea of what's up for the following week, any comments I might have. Under assignments, you'll find a variety of the assignments so that, for example, if we go here, we'll see that there's a legal research quiz, an abstract, final papers, and discussion questions. So it gives you a breakdown kind of week by week of what's going on. Now, one of the important facets of an online class like this is that we don't have the opportunity to discuss things face to face. So I'll pose a discussion question or two each week. And so the idea is that you post 200 words to each of my questions. And you also can earn extra credit here, up to half a point per week for a third post of 100 words or more. This is the only opportunity for extra credit, and it does add up over the course of a semester. It can be 5 or 6 points. The grades are here, people in the class. And just to look back at the syllabus here, I do recommend that you get a writing program from Grammarly.com. I don't go in and correct all your punctuation, style, and grammatical errors, but I do deduct points for them. If you make 3 mistakes in the course of one of these, you'll lose 10% of the grade. By now, you should be comfortable with grammar style and punctuation, but the Grammarly.com, it'll cost you about $60, but I'll tell you it's a great program and one that you probably want to use in all of your classes. The video lectures are located under this YouTube channel. One thing is that this will be part of the discussion, but serious First Amendment discussions often include references to unpopular ideas and offensive expression. Although we won't hide from the hard questions and harsh language, everyone in the class should remain sensitive to individual differences. In terms of the various grading procedure, there's a legal research exercise that you take under quizzes and 2 tests. The research exercise is worth 5% of the grade. There is a case brief that is 1%. One example for 10%. And what a case brief is that it's basically outlining the way that a court decided a case and what the various opinions were. There's a separate lecture on this. I won't go over it in great detail here. Then there are 2 impact analyses, so that you write a case brief and then the impact analysis is the second part of 2 of these, where you look up legal research to see what was the importance of this case. In legal terms, it's called a precedent, so that Brown v. Board of Education, for example, is an important precedent that essentially made it illegal to have separate but equal educational systems, and it called for the integration of schools. There'll be a final paper that we will do in consultation with one another. There are 2 exams which count for 10% each. These are online exams. You can do them open book, and so they are located under quizzes here. Okay, so that the legal research exercise which happens in the first 2 weeks of class, and then the 2 exams, which are later on, are under quizzes. Now under files, I do upload all of the PowerPoints that I talk about in my lectures, so that if you can either refer to them by looking at the YouTube lectures again, or you can go directly to the files. Now when it comes to the discussion board counts for 15% of the overall grade in the class. So it's a lot of fun, actually. I find that the discussion in online classes is actually sometimes better than in person because everybody has a voice and everybody speaks up. Now late work, you can earn up to 70% on only the case brief and the 2 impact analyses. Okay, you can't get 70% on the discussion questions. Now in terms of the overall grading distribution, pretty standard here. Okay, there's a breakdown on the syllabus of how things happen. Okay, so week 1, week 2, week 3, etc., etc. Now it goes down through the various weeks with references to the YouTube lectures, what the cases are, etc., etc. Now I'll expand on this as we go along. There may be some changes. The law changes. It may work more slowly than the news, but there may be some changes as we go along. So that's it for now. We'll see you online. Thanks very much now.